Welcome to another week with us, and today is a pretty exciting day.
Today is the day the digger's gonna get a heart transplant.
Nick got here bright and early, and Andrea sent 5 beautiful plants with him, which I am going to plant this morning. They are succulents, which I'm really into right now, and they're called century plants. I looked up a little bit about them, and they play quite a pivotal part in maintaining the balance of ecosystems, particularly in arid regions, which is perfect for this part of Portugal. They are called century plants apparently because back in the day people thought that they would bloom once every 100 years. But I think really from what I've been seeing is that they blossom once and then they die. So after about 25 to 30 years of growth, they send up this tall stalk of blossom, which is apparently super beautiful and rare to see, of course, and then they die. And I've got 5 of them to plant on the land, and I just love them. So thank you so much, Andrea and Nick.
Okay, today is the day the digger's gonna get a heart transplant. Nick is here from Project Portugal to do the work.
Yeah, so this is the engine oil pump, which we should have replaced when we done the engine, but didn't, and that's what we're doing today. Give it a new heart.
Fingers crossed. And it's needed. How was the road coming down?
Really, really bad. I just made it.
Right.
So what this thing does, I'll just quickly show you. As it spins, it squeezes. Just basically, this is in a case full of oil, and it squeezes the oil as it turns.
That's true.
It squeezes the oil out, all these, as it gets in here. It squeezes it out. That's basically how it works.
So how does it, like, why isn't mine working? What
Because
would be
this is
wrong
worn.
with it?
See where it contacts here?
Yeah.
It's all worn. So instead of having any,
So there's no pressure?
there's no pressure. It just flows past the
I see.
where it touches. Yeah. Obviously over time, where it touches is going to wear out. And
Fair enough.
this centre bit gets smaller and smaller, so you get less and less pressure as it gets older.
I see. Well, fingers crossed.
Very similar to a human heart, really.
Radiator cover off. Radiator out.
Always get one awkward one, Luke.
Yeah. There's more than that on this bloody thing, I tell you. So yes, take off the whole cover, the fan, and this whole cover. Fan. And water pump off.
All these bolts now
Yeah.
are undone, apart from these 2, which I'm doing now. And then the cover should gently ease off.
Cover off! Yay!
Catch what's dripping there. Just catch that. So it's not dripping on your foot. Luke's currently taking the sump off. One little problem we've encountered is the strainer which draws the oil up from the sump was still connected to the casing we took off, and we've managed to get a spanner in there and undo it. But unfortunately, to put it all back together, we have to take the sump off so we can bolt that first and then bolt the sump back up. See, this bolt here has never had a washer on it, or it hasn't when it was last put on. So this might have been a replacement pump someone's put in, because the washer just can't come off on its own.
Do you have another washer? Maybe I can find one the same.
A little one like that, little.
Okay, I'll go grab one. So here's the old pump, and here's the new pump. And now Nick just pointed out that this one, how do we get it out? There we go. So this one is a higher capacity. This is the right part number. Look how deep it is. It's one piece. And this one is half the depth. And then it's got this inset or whatever it is. So it's a lower capacity oil pump. It could be that they put in the wrong one years ago, and that's why the red light was coming on, because it wasn't pumping enough oil, maybe.
Just trying to get the excess bits of silicone gasket off.
New pump in.
Just check we don't pinch it as we're doing it up, you know what I mean? Yeah, get a bit. This gasket is fairly well stuck to here. We'll just make sure we get that old stuff off. On she goes. Just try and keep everything nice and square and level and straight. There's a couple of key ways on there. So, a little box of
Goodies.
oh, it's going to tip all over the floor. Length something right. I'm looking for ones without nuts on. Yeah. I tend to use a shorter ratchet because I'm quite strong and I've broken so many of these off.
Don't know your own strength, Nick.
Yeah, what Mother always used to say.
Okay, managed to get all the bolts in the right holes because they're all different depths, so it takes some fiddling around.
Yep. Done.
Next,
Yeah, oil pump. Strainer on the bottom.
we'll glue it down like you did the
Yeah,
other
we'll
bit.
put some underneath there. And some over the top as well. This is where the front end of the engine, where we're just taking the pump from. So the gasket is there, and either side of it's stuck down, so it's still got the same
Seal.
thickness. Yeah. If we match them up, so if we just go around with the silicone again, you got it there. Everything will be hunky dory.
How about the gasket on the bottom of the engine is
Good.
Is okay.
Good,
It's
yeah.
stuck.
So the pump's in, sump's on. We need to check the sump plug's done up, and then we can put the oil back in.
Nice one. What's that called? The pulley.
It's just a bottom pulley, crankshaft pulley, with a balance weight on it. We'll just do this up with our torque spanner. Yeah.
How many Newton meters is it?
Yeah. About that many. Right, it's just a water pump to go back on. What we do need to find, Luke, is the bolts for this. Which of those two we had? That one and that one, I reckon. If we get away with getting all the right bolts back in the right place, it would be amazing. I'm pretty sure we've got longer ones. I think those are those two.
Okay, we're finding the place for all these bolts. Slowly. So far, so good.
I think that's caught there.
Nice one. Very nice. Alternator on, now fan belt. Radiator going on. It's shattered there with the sun.
A bit like me. I get shattered in the sun. Oh dear.
Okay, it's all back together, batteries connected. We don't have any extra bolts or anything, so that's a good sign. Fill her up, start her up.
I'm not a religious man, but...
Yeah, same here. but please, baby Jesus.
She'll be fine. Well, if you got life in the battery, go for it.
Okay, we're going to leave it running for 10-15 minutes, see if that check engine oil light comes on. Up until this point, since he had done the engine the first time, after about 10 minutes of it just being on, not even moving, the red light engine oil would come on. So we're hoping, going to sit back and have a break and come back in 10-15 and see how it's doing. And then I will have to tackle the hydraulic leak problem. But we'll see. One step at a time, baby. Okay, it's been running for 25 minutes, still no red light. It is stationary, however, so now I do have a hydraulic leak, so I'm going to put in a tiny bit and see and move it to put the engine under more pressure to see if the red light comes on. But I think Nick is out of here. He's done his awesome job for us.
I'm just admiring your new plant pot. It's awesome.
I tell you, when you put the light on, it's too much.
Yeah.
That's how I was laughing at it. It's our Christmas tree this year.
With the canopy on, it looks very Flintstones.
We got a comment like that as well. Thank you, Nick. Oops. Thank you, Nick. You're a legend.
No worries.
You are a legend. Let me see if it moves without adding any more hydraulic oil.
Didn't move?
No, it needs hydraulic oil. How low is it? Hydraulic oil going in. love you. I love you! I must have a leak with the bar, because I saw it squirting here.
This is the clamp. This is the clamp where they clamp the pipes. It's whistling.
Okay, all I have to do now regarding the hydraulics, I have a busted pipe over here. So I'll take that off from there and take it to the shop to get a new one. And then it's leaking when we turn it at a certain degree on the swivel. So I'm going to take off the lever that swivels the whole cabin.
This one?
That one there. So just take it off from here. So then this won't work. And see how we go. So hopefully by next week, guys, you'll see me doing my road. It really needs it.
And you'll have hours and hours of video of Luke digging his road.
But also maybe the engine light didn't come on, so looks like it was a bad pump they put in God knows when. Don't forget to check out Nick's channel, Project Portugal. Send him some love from us.
Thank you so much, Nick, for being so generous with your time and your expertise. As usual, you are amazing. And thank you so much, Andrea, for sending me such beautiful plants. We love them. Hi, buddy. You okay this morning, baby? You okay? Huh? You're a clever girl. You want acorns? I will give you soon, okay? Don't want to let her guard down, you know. She's a wild thing. Hey, you're a wild thing, baby. Wow. No, where's a wild thing? Right now, these two big cork oaks behind me are dropping acorns like crazy, which is amazing because I don't have to go too far to collect acorns for the pigs. And also, I'd like to share quite a cute story. Every day for the past 3 days, a pheasant has been coming onto our land. The sound that it makes is pretty amazing. And I don't know why he's here. He's very scared of us, so it's very hard to get footage of him because the second he sees us, he runs away. But he seems to like hang out with the chickens and with the pigs.
This morning I took the leaky hose, hydraulic hose, off of the digger, off of the ram, and took it into town. Whoops! Took it into town and gave him the old one, and I said, how much does it cost and how long will it take? And he had the best answer ever. 5 minutes, 15 euros. So here it is. Gonna get it on and have a look at the main hydraulic problem after that. Okay, I put it on there and here. That's one. So okay, number two. Okay, this side is no problem. That's done. So now I'm gonna start her up and see if I put them on tight enough and it's not, make sure it's not leaking. 10 seconds. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still no red light, very good. Now, let's see. This one. No leak there, no leak there, no leak there, and no leak there. There's a leak here. Damn. Okay, so I have to take this for them to weld it. I'll have to take it off there, take that off. Okay. I can talk now. Okay, I have to take that off and take it to them tomorrow, I guess. I was hoping to start on the road. But that's a small problem. It'll probably cost about $5 to weld that up. The biggest problem I have, is this. The swivel joint. We had changed all the seals because they were gone and it was leaking buckets out of here. We had done this with Ashley about 1.5 years ago, I guess, 2 years maybe. But it's still leaking now. So what Ashley had told me when this first started happening after he had left, he thinks that the slew is so worn out, the cabin turns on, basically the big ring, that it moves, so it disrupts the seals in the swivel joint, and the swivel joint is basically connecting hydraulic pumps to the rams, because since the cabin can go 360, if it didn't have the swivel joint, all the cables or the hydraulic tubes would go around the whole thing, eventually burst. So they go into the swivel joint on one end and out from another that swivels. So he said if we put a pin in there, we'll be able to lock it. I can also just remove this thing here, which are the controls to turning on itself. So if we take this off, it won't work. But we'll see. What I'm planning to do is now I just fix that weld that we just discovered just now, and then use it, have a look. I haven't put the bottom on the floor inside just so I can see everything, because it seems to be leaking mostly when the top cabin is pointing at around 7 o'clock, that would be, yeah, 7 o'clock. So if I can avoid going to 7 o'clock and it not leak, I can just use it like that, which is much less hassle. And the other option is also to hang a bucket underneath that, so I can save my hydraulic oil and pour it back in filtered. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's it for this week from me. I'll take that, and hopefully next week I'll be doing the road. Fingers crossed!
Hi babies, you want some acorns? Baby pie? Scoopy? Lovely, very lovely babies. Daddy, Scoopy, baby pie, baby pie. Jimmy, come and see them. Jimmy, come. Thank you for spending some time with us this week, and we'll see you in our next video.